Gregorian Saturday Sunday or Yahuwah's Sabbath. Which should we honor? Breaking news! Recent research has revealed the startling fact that Saturday is not the seventh-day Sabbath of the Bible, and Sunday is not the day on which the Savior was resurrected. The vast majority of Christendom worships on Sunday in honor of the Savior's resurrection. Jews and a growing number of Protestants who believe the divine law is still binding worship on Saturday in order to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Exodus 20 verse 8. The problem is, both Saturday and Sunday, as well as Friday on which Muslims go to mosque for prayers, are calculated by the Catholic Gregorian calendar, a calendar that is itself adapted from the pagan Julian calendar. As such, Saturday and Sunday are counterfeit days of worship imposed by Satan in order to usurp the worship that belongs to the Creator alone. To find the actual day of the Savior's resurrection and the genuine seventh-day Sabbath, it is necessary to use the biblical lunisolar calendar established by Yahuwah at creation. On the Creator's calendar, the moon regulates both the month and the weekly cycle. The weekly cycle restarts each month with the new moon, unlike the papal calendar that has a continuous weekly cycle. The result is that neither Saturday nor Sunday are legitimate days of worship that honor the Creator. The final test. Revelation 12 contains an alarming view into the future. John the Revelator was shown that the final test would be over worship. Using the imagery of a powerful beast with lamb-like horns that spoke like a dragon, Yahuwah revealed that at the close of Earth's history, everyone on Earth will be embroiled in a war between the forces of good and the forces of evil. In trying to steal worship that belongs only to Yahuwah, the devil will impose laws that seek to compel the conscience. He will try to force people to worship on his false days of worship. John said, "Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he deceives those who dwell on the earth, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast who was wounded by the sword and lived. He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." See Revelation chapter 13 verses 11 to 17. The final test reveals the inner heart of everyone living at the end of time. It will demonstrate who is willing to obey Yahuwah and keep his law regardless of the cost, and it will also show whose hearts are willing to compromise truth for temporal ease, those who join Satan in rebelling against the divine law. The idea that the final test of humanity is between 2 days on the papal Gregorian calendar is a deception of the devil. Both days are equally inappropriate for worship because both are calculated by a false calendar. The trumpets and the end of the world. Events will soon take place in the world that will cut off the past from the present. Revelation 8 and 9 reveals a series of worldwide events that will bring death, confusion, and utter chaos throughout the entire world. After a series of meteor strikes devastates life on Earth, Revelation 8 verses 7 to 11, the sun, moon, and stars will also be affected. See Revelation chapter 8 verses 12 to 13. Following these unprecedented catastrophes, demons in the form of aliens will appear to launch an invasion of the earth, tormenting all who are not under Yahuwah's special protection. At that time, Pope Francis will be exalted to a position of preeminent power. The political power the papacy has steadily been forced to give up since the Protestant Reformation will be returned to him. In his new role as the representative of mankind, he will negotiate a peace treaty with the aliens/demons. Pope Francis will then be in a position to enforce the exaltation of Sunday worldwide. Decide today to follow Yahuwah. Now is the time to prepare. Times are getting harder. An unprecedented economic crisis looms. There's an ongoing breakdown of social and moral values on every side. Violence and extremes of weather are making and breaking records with every month that goes by. And yet, these are just the first breezes that warn of the coming tempest. Now, while the angels of Yahuwah hold the winds of strife in check, make a full surrender to your Maker. Determined to follow truth regardless of the cost. Only the righteousness of the Savior can protect you in the days ahead. All who receive his righteousness will receive the seal of Yahuwah. This seal is essential for receiving divine protection. While events in the world are worsening and strife is intensifying, use the time you have left wisely. There is still time to get acquainted with the Father and his love for you. There is still time to surrender and let him write his law upon your heart. In this final period of relative peace, study the truths long forgotten. Study Yahuwah's calendar and learn how you can honor him by worshipping on his holy Sabbath day calculated by his lunisolar calendar established at creation. The end of all things is very near. Time is now measured in years, not centuries or millennia. These final years will be filled with anguish and hardship. Start studying today. There is no time to waste. To study this topic and other important topics vital to our salvation, visit our website at worldslastchance.com. Learn what you need to know to be protected in the days ahead.